Alright folks, I told you I'd do a really quick roundup of the absolute unmitigated abortion that is the Wheel of Time TV series. I tell you what, it's the worst thing I've ever watched since I seen my Yorkshire Terrier get squashed by a steamroller when I was 8. I would rather watch 20 homosexual rapists daisy chain my grandpa. It's just a complete abortion. Those of you that have ever read the books should be horrified and outraged by it. However, I managed to get through 5 before I set my computer on fire and vowed to never gaze upon it ever again. The problem with it is, they have turned it into Twilight. It's gone from being a clever, nuanced fantasy story to being an infantile, childlike romp reminiscent of a sort of young adult TV show. Like it's like they've aimed it towards a sort of 10 to 15-year-old market. Look how shallow the grave is. Like what? You're having a nice, solemn ceremony and then leave her for the fucking rats.
May the last embrace of the mother welcome you.
The warders are meant to be nails as well, and this guy is just an absolute pansy. Like it's like they know that the teen audience is full of left-wing, emotionally unstable crybabies, so they have to make all the characters the same. Nynaeve's the same. She's meant to be tough and strong and independent, and all she does is burst into tears. Oh, solemn. Oh no, a couple of people died and we're warrior women and all we do is fight in wars. But yeah, oh look, someone's died. What a surprise. You're the Aes Sedai, the warrior women, not the cast of Rent. Oh look, they're all getting left for the rats. Solemn day. Bury them all in a 2-foot grave. I'm guessing the crew, probably the only people who actually do any real work, got sick of digging. Brilliant. I quite like the music for the credits, if I was to give it any praise. Yeah, the music's alright. Anyway, let's get this done quickly. It's fucking awful. Wheel of Time. It's not just a loose adaptation. It's not loosely based off the books. It is the most loose thing I've seen since Jordan's Fanny. And Jordan has been rogered more times than a copper's radio. That's how loose the Wheel of Time TV series is. For the Americans listening, Jordan is basically like a sort of glamour model who's famous for her numerous encounters with men. Also, she gave birth to a boy who's got a head like a Biffa skip. So, yeah, loose. All of the characters are too old as well. It's supposed to be kids. It loses all meaning when you're trying to tell a 25-year-old bloke what to do, because he'd just tell you to fuck off. You're not going to guide these children. They're going to get fucked off at the high port by hairy-arsed fellas. And as for the casting, maybe Matt and Rand aren't terrible, but the rest of them look nothing like they're described in the books. All races are represented in the Wheel of Time. Lan, that's the Asian bloke, yeah, they're supposed to be Asian. The Son-Chan are a load of black people, describes them as being black. However, they didn't all move to the Two Rivers 15 years before the filming started and shag everyone senseless. Two Rivers looks like a London bus in 2021. It kills the fantasy, it kills the immersion, it kills the desperate thing that all fantasy fans crave, and that is an escape from reality. We all love a bit of nice, pleasant escapism, and they have killed it for the Wheel of Time. The casting, like Stevie Wonder did the casting. Absolutely shocking. This is Nynaeve. She's meant to be tough, she's meant to be independent, she's meant to be scary. All the lads are like, oh shit, it's Nynaeve. She isn't a weepy, doe-eyed, constantly sobbing, random black woman. Right? That Matt's wife, she's black. And she will be black, because when the characters are ethnic, they're always cast as ethnic. That's why Lan was Asian. That's why every single Son-Chan character will be black. But all of the white characters, they have to be played by doe-eyed, weepy, ethnic people. Because apparently that's really going to please the readers of the book, where all of them have been described at great length and none of them look any fucking thing like they're supposed to. For no reason other than Walkism. There's Perrin and the Tinker, two other well-described characters from the book, neither of which looked like they were in a dance ensemble or a rap group, managing to really keep everybody immersed in the world that was created by Robert Jordan over 2 decades. Yeah, nice one. Then the overtly homosexual warders have another chat, and they're all weepy and doe-eyed and cry a lot. Yeah, again, just like in the books. The first thing I thought when I read those books was, yeah, warders, they're soft as shite, them. No, that's not what they're described as in the books. The tough and stoic, strong and silent types. These 3 talk more shit than histrionic schoolgirls. And they always look like they're going to burst into tears. Why? Well, we know why. Because this generation is overly emotional and mentally ill. That's why. But I don't want the warders, again, I don't want the warders from a fiction book to act just like you would expect a 17-year-old girl would act if you accidentally spilled your drink on her in the New York subway. And there's Moiraine and Lan, strong people in the books, strong protagonists. No, they just look like they're going to cry a lot. Weepy, sentimental, mawkish. Seriously, I want the Dark Lord to claim them all. Will you just hurry up and come and start disemboweling these fucking pansies? Please. Dark Lord, I am joining the Forsaken. Dark Lord, please take me into your service. Please, just make these whiny pissants burst into flames and do us all a favour. Then we have this scene. Perrin, Egwene and the chief of the White Cloaks then proceeds to make a few small incisions in Perrin's back, and then he keeps saying, he's going to bleed out. He's going to bleed out, man, and talking in a really weird contemporary way, like they've all been playing Call of Duty or something. I'm going to bleed him out, man. Nobody talks like that in the ancient world. Bleed out is a Hollywood phrase. Now, I don't think everybody should be like Tom Bombadil. He got a bit much, didn't he? But they definitely shouldn't talk like Stormzy. Again, it ruins the immersion in the majestic world created by the author. And then Nynaeve and the Warder have another sorrowful, weepy conversation. And they both look like they're going to burst into tears again. And then an ill-tempered lesbian turns up and tells Nynaeve that she hates men. Something like the character in the books for a change. And then Nynaeve has some tiny short conversation about Egwene when she was a child. And she looks like she's going to burst into tears again. She cries about 20 times an episode, this strong woman. She's like an emotionally unstable teenager at a mother's funeral. It is honestly cringeworthy to sit through. And then she cries, and then he cries, and then some wolves come. And burly men in chainmail with massive swords get completely overpowered by about 8 wolves, because that's all they could afford. 8 knee-high, well, they look more like domesticated huskies, sort of knee-high huskies, and all the blokes with spears and bows and arrows and crossbows, they just get completely overwhelmed, because of course you would. Also, nobody can run properly. They all walk like they're registered disabled. And then Moiraine and this Indian Aes Sedai look like they're going to start snogging for some bizarre reason. And then these 2 losers look like they're going to cry again. These guys are grizzled war veterans of 1,000 conflicts, but they're sort of pathetic, really. They cry a lot and they get sad a lot, and then they just kill themselves because it's much easier than getting the enemy to do it. And then they have another funeral for this one guy that everybody saw coming 10 miles away, and he cries and wails. And she cries, and Nynaeve cries, and it's a fucking warder, not your best mate. Christ on a bike. Moiraine hardly even talks to these people. How bad was that? It's just fucking woeful. Contrived, whiny, weepy, pointless. It's like Twilight. It's like they filmed it entirely with 12-year-old girls in mind. I will not be watching any more of them, and I implore you to do the same. Go and fill out your tax returns. You'll probably have a better evening. Holy shitballs. Astounding. How did they fuck it up? All you had to do, the guy's written it all. Just copy the book. Just do it like he did in the book. Easy. I bet you if they adapted the Gruffalo, he'd have a fucking chainsaw. But that's it, in a nutshell. 10-minute warning, don't watch it. I'll see you guys for a live stream tomorrow, where even if it's not entertaining, it at least won't make you want to claw your own face off like the Wheel of Time TV series. Alright, see you later. Take it easy.